Hi, I'm Nicolas from Demians. You're watching Morow.com. So I started playing the guitar when I was 8 years old. I've always been listening to music since I can remember. Actually, the first album I bought was a Maryland one when I was 6 years old. So I've always been into music, and I just basically played the guitar in different bands in the 90s when I was 15, 16, not really wanting to become a professional musician or even writing songs. It's only in 2001 that I started writing songs because I had to, because I needed to, because I felt the urge of doing it. And at this point I didn't really want to do an album, I didn't want to form a band. I was very shy, very introverted, and all I was interested in was communicating through music, basically talking to myself. And it's only after a few years of writing hundreds of songs that I really wanted to create a first step, an album, finding musicians for playing these songs on stage. So basically I recorded all the album by myself, found musicians for playing live, and the album came out last year. It's called Building an Empire. The band is called Demians, and I'm already working on a new album. We have been touring in Europe last year with Anathema and playing many shows, and it's the very beginning and it's very exciting. I remember when the album came out, we still hadn't played any show, and I haven't been playing on stage, even just playing the guitar, for 10 years. And being on stage with Anathema was kind of a dream come true, because I've been listening to this guy's music for 10 years, and they've been very, very encouraging, and we just have been on the road with them for a month, and it was just maybe the best month in my life. And Morow, I told you, was the first band I listened to. So I can't really find words for saying what is happening right now, and it's just the beginning, and that's even more exciting.
And tonight it's the Olympia Mythical Theatre in Paris. How do you feel about it?
It's just weird because the guys in the band, we all live in different areas in the country, and we all gather just for shows. We can't really rehearse together, and when we meet up and play shows, we play with Morow at the Olympia, we play with Opeth in Tilburg, we play with Anathema all over Europe, and this is just kind of a dream, and I can't really find words for describing that. Feeling the mercy from this inner cage, I make my body my son. I think it's not a matter of control. It's not about control like an ego thing. It's more that I have a very accurate vision of what I'm trying to achieve. I didn't want, at the time when I recorded the album, there were no other musicians in the band. I didn't want to create a band. I just wanted to put on a CD exactly what I had in mind. So I just didn't want to wait for anybody. So I just did it myself, not because I think I'm better than anybody else, but basically because if I want something, I do it myself. That's not about control like an ego thing. It's more, it's just the way that I work. Well, at first I was very surprised because, you wake up one morning, you go on the internet and you read that, and it's very impressive, and you can't really know what to think about it, because it's the same. I got into his music 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, with Porcupine Tree, No Man, later on with Blackfield and his work with Opeth, and I've always respected the way he works, what he did, and what he's trying to achieve for his career, and I felt a lot of respect in what he said, and I think that it's a very encouraging feeling to know that when you listen to someone's music and then he listens to yours and he respects it, this is, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Well, yes, the meaning. I think everyone can find his own meaning for the cover, but it was a play between the name of the album and the artwork, because building an empire in itself can sound really pretentious, but it was really not the purpose. It was more, if you only have 3 chairs, then use them and go as high as you can, go as far as you can go. Don't rely on anybody, just if you have a wish, you can do it. Nobody else can do it for yourself. So yeah, it's just you can create anything you want and create your own luck and build your own empire. It's not about my empire, but it's just starting somewhere. I think it's my starting point. Well, I wrote many songs before I recorded the album. I have more than 200 songs demoed or written or something. But I didn't really want to use them for a next album. I think it's taken me so much time for putting out the first album that it's not that these songs are old, I can still relate to them, but I improved so much as a musician, as a human being. I've been on tour in Europe, in many countries I've never been to before, so it brought me new ideas, so I don't think I can use any of them. I just want to focus on the future, and I write songs all the time, so the next album could be ready in 2 months, but I'm just going to record many songs and take out the best of them, and you can expect a new album maybe in a year from now, maybe at the end of the year. I don't really know for the moment, but because I want to play other shows for the first one. But my mind is really focusing on the new album right now. I think I create now the best music I ever came up with. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. When we started, we were 4 on stage, and we've been working together for a long time, but it didn't work. Sometimes when an album comes out, it changes people's mind. Some people are not ready to go on the road for months, for weeks. Sometimes on a human level it doesn't click. So it didn't work with a keyboard player. We don't need one for the moment. I will search for another one soon, but it just didn't work. Now we are 3 in the band. We've been 3 in the band since we've made almost all the shows of the band with the same lineup, and we will start from there. We are really tight as a unit, as a live band, as people, because these guys are my friends, and now I'm not going to waste any more of my time working with people who are not here for the right reasons. So I think it's going to stay the same way for a couple of months, and after the new album comes out, I will have other people getting into the band, but they will have to fit. They will have to fit in. They will have to be there for the right reasons.